Hello, welcome to today's videos on order of operations. Just a quick refresher, order of operations is the order in which we do our math so that we can accurately get the correct answer. And it goes in the order of PEMDAS, which is parentheses and brackets, exponents, multiply, divide, add, and subtract. Go ahead and pause the video, take a couple minutes to write this down. Okay, once you have it written down, it's also important to remember that there are similar levels, and so parentheses and exponents go on the similar levels, or one similar level. Multiply and divide are a similar level. And add and subtract are a similar level. And when we're on the same levels, we have to work left to right in that order. Okay, but before we get started practicing it, let's look at a problem over here, this example, and let's label the parts of the PEMDAS that we're going to perform. And PEMDAS is short for parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, and subtract. So let's start by saying if we have any parentheses and brackets. And we do. The first thing we have is a set of parentheses right here, so we're going to put a P. And then once I'm inside my parentheses, I have subtract. And I also have two multiplies. When a number is right next to a parentheses, it means multiply. And then here's another multiply. But the important thing is I've got to do what's inside the parentheses first, then multiply it, then multiply again. Because I also have a big bracket, a parentheses, which is a big bracket. Alright. Next I have an exponent, which I have to perform. And then lastly, I need to add. So while it may seem like there's a lot going on, we're doing some simple mathematics here. Let's look at the first problem. It says evaluate the following expression. 45 divided by parenthesis or bracket 3 plus parentheses 10 minus 8 times 3 close bracket. So the first thing we have to do is we have to look and we see that we have a parenthesis here, but then we have another parenthesis inside, so we've got to go the furthest parenthesis in. So I have to perform 10 minus 8, which is 2. But then I also have times 3 plus 3 in my bracket. And then I'm going to take 45 and divide by all the stuff inside. So the first thing I want to do is look back and say, well, I need to add and multiply. But what comes first is the multiply, so I have to multiply first. And that is 6 plus 3. And it's still in my bracket, so I can't do anything until I bust it out of the bracket. 6 plus 3 is 9. And now I can look at my division. 45 divided by 9 equals 5. So just remember that we have to follow parentheses, and then we can multiply, add, because we're still working in our bracket, and then we can divide, because we have to follow our order of operation based on what level we're on. Let's look at example B. Bracket, parentheses 17 minus 2, divided by 3, minus 3, close bracket, times 8. Since I have a big parentheses, that means that I need to work inside that parenthesis first. So inside my parentheses, I have another parenthesis. I have 17 minus 2. 17 minus 2 gives me 15. Divided by 3 minus 3. Close bracket. Then times by 8. Now inside I have divide. So I'm going to divide 15 by 3. I'm going to get 5 minus 3, bracket, times 8. I still have a parenthesis I have to follow before I can multiply by 8. And inside my parenthesis I've got subtract, so 5 minus 3 is 2 times 8, which gives me 16. So remember, gang, follow your order of operations and work left to right when you're on the same level. And then when you have big parentheses, make sure you work in all of the parentheses first.